Hi Sagittarius, thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Astrogirl and we're looking at January 19 through January 25. And a lot happening this week in your third house of communication, siblings, short trips, and learning. And the things that are happening is that there is a supermoon on Tuesday. Now, we don't often have supermoons. They're actually quite rare, so that's exciting. It's a new moon in Aquarius, and it's a supermoon because it comes very close to the surface of the Earth, and therefore it has been named by an astrologer a supermoon. The next day, Mercury, the planet of communication and clear thinking, goes out of phase or retrograde in the same part of your chart. So for those of you who know that there's a little trouble brewing maybe with a sibling, with a neighbor, with some sort of communication that you haven't had and that needs to be had, or that you have had and went badly, this is a time for you not to communicate further and make things any worse. Sagittarians, this is a time for you to retreat, retract, refinesse, and reboot. Mercury retrograde is happening 3 times this year. It's happening in Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, all the air signs, which is very unusual. And air and fire are a match. If you think of putting fire and air together, it makes more fire. If you think of putting fire and earth together, earth puts out fire, water puts out fire. So fire and fire, fire and air are the matches for you. And you're going to be finding that with this Mercury retrograde, that it's the people who seem to be able to understand you and bear you and keep up with you are the real people you want to surround yourselves with. For those of you who have found themselves thinking that, you know, they've got a couple of toxic situations going on with friends, this Mercury retrograde is going to help you sort all that out. You're going to have a good rethink about things. Maybe you've been letting people get away with things, and in particular Leos, Aries, who may be trying to dominate you a little bit and make you say and do things that you don't necessarily want to say or do or believe in, and you just feel like to be a good friend that you go along with it. And now this Mercury retrograde and the supermoon is really going to help you work out who is frenemy and who is friend. And by February 11, when Mercury moves direct, it's really important that you are on it, Sagittarians, and that you feel as if you can be sure in your decision about the friendships that you keep and the friendships that you let slide by. Have a great week. Great speaking to you, and I'll speak to you again next week, Sagittarius.